Well, they finally took it too far. The crazy ladies of The View may be going away after the FCC chairman has issued a dire warning to Disney about their ABC daytime news talk show. And it turns out having The View under the category of news may be its final undoing. Today, we'll crack the code along with Bill O'Reilly of why finally The View may be done.
Joy Behar's a hater. No doubt about it. And she's going.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to another fun video as we continue to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve, and yes, write the headlines for tomorrow's news. As we get ready to dive in, consider clicking the like button, become an engaged viewer, drop a comment down below, and let's get going. All right, out of deadline from Ted Johnson, FCC chairman talks about The View facing consequences after Trump White House lashed out at Joy Behar. It says FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, who I would say has just won a major battle with CBS, weighed in on ABC's The View after the Trump White House chided co-host Joy Behar for her biting criticism of the president this week. And folks, as I get into this, I just want, for those of you out there who are concerned about the freedom of speech and freedom of the press and all of that, I take all of that very seriously. The trick is going to be, as we read this, and you need to know this as we go through the video, the trick here is that Disney, I believe, has unfairly categorized The View as a news program. And that's the only reason that the FCC has any say on this. And it's because Disney pulled a trick. I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. I'll show you the trick Disney tried to pull. It says, appearing on Fox News on Thursday morning, Carr was asked by anchor Bill Hemmer whether The View is now in the crosshairs of this administration. He says, look, it's entirely possible that there's issues over there. And stepping back, this broader dynamic, once President Trump has exposed these media gatekeepers and smashed this facade, there's a lot of consequences. I think the consequences of that aren't quite finished. Well, you know, Disney and ABC have paid $15 million after Stephanopoulos made a big boo-boo over there at ABC News. CBS has gone through the ringer. Skydance is going to flush out all of the crazies there. NBC likely following. Facebook has went through this. We can keep going. And you can say, well, Pro, you know, this is overreach and this is tyranny against the media. Well, it's all going through the court systems just like normal. And those who are opposed really liked the court systems about 6 months ago. It says later at a press conference following this month's FCC meeting, Carr was asked what he meant by consequences to the show. Goes on to say that he said, well, look, I do think you see significant lower ratings. If you look at Colbert, the reporting from there was that they were losing 40 to 50 million a year. Goes on basically to kind of walk it back a little bit. You know, like it's not FCC consequences necessarily. Can I tell you why he did that? I believe he did that because the message had already been sent. You don't have to threaten government power. The message was already received. Bob Iger's got the message. Bob Iger's no dummy. Message made its way, I promise. So what did Behar do that got her in such big trouble that got The View under the ire of the FCC? Straight off a huge win over at CBS and more, and already having, you know, taken Disney. Anyway, what is it? And reminder, I guess I should do this for full disclosure. I have ownership of thatparkplace.com. That website has been cited in an FCC investigation into Disney regarding their practices with DEI, and that's one of the things Disney's got to be concerned about. All right, there's the disclaimer. Now, Behar down here, this is what got her in trouble, and then I'm going to show you why this gets her in trouble, because if Disney didn't have The View classified as news, they have no issues. You can say whatever stupidity you want. But for a trick they tried to pull, hang on. Here's what Behar said. First of all, who tried to overthrow the government on that day in history? Who was that again? The thing about him is he is so jealous of Obama because Obama is everything that he's not. Trim, smart, handsome, happily married, and can sing Al Green's song, Let's Stay Together, better than Al Green. Okay. So in that, she is free to have her opinion 1,000%. However, when you claim that someone tried to overthrow, you can agree, you can disagree with that statement. I'm not going to make any judgment whatsoever. Not here. I have my own beliefs and opinions, and darn it, I think they're pretty close to facts, but I'm not going to put them out there because my lane is covering entertainment. The View is supposed to be entertainment that drives advertising. Okay, you get the idea. All right, the problem for her is this has never been proven in court. This has never been adjudicated to prove what she's saying. And because of that, she's making a claim under the umbrella of a news organization, which, because it's a news organization on a network, falls under the purview of the FCC. And she's making this claim, a definitive claim about the President of the United States that would be tantamount to treason and the I word I can't say. Okay? That's what got her in trouble. Now, here's how Disney did this. We're going to go back to about June 17th. There it is. Okay. This is an official press release from ABC News. ABC News. And remember, ABC News is under the purview of the FCC because news organizations on networks have to be unbiased. Now, they have not been unbiased in forever, but this FCC is going to regulate that. Laurie Hogan is a publicity director, and this is related to The View. This is, again, an ABC News press release. And it says, The View sees week-to-week increases in total viewers and women 18 to 49, attracting its largest overall audience since April, strongest performance in women 18 to 49 since March. Blah, 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 blah. Now, why would you get an ABC News press release? Unless you're part of ABC News. Well, it is part of ABC News. Also, if we go down, let's see if we can find this. I'm going to have to do a search real quick, folks. Let's do news. Yep, okay. I didn't have to do the search. It's the first sentence. For the week of June 9th, 2025, The View ranked number 1 in households and total viewers. Listen to this. Among daytime, network, talk shows, and news programs. You see, Disney classifies this as a news program. ABC News owns The View, runs The View. It's classified as news, and it's on the network that is ABC. Now, clearly, The View is not a news program. It is a program that is totally editorial and opinion. It's not the news. They talk about the news, but anybody can talk about the news. It's just a squawk box, right? Okay. So why did they do that? Why is The View classified as a news program? Why would they do that? Why would they then open themselves up to the FCC overseeing The View? Well, here's why. If you go to Soap Opera Network, boy, I'm telling you, I love exposing this kind of stuff. Do you love it? Is this why you come to the channel? I mean, I just love opening Pandora's box over and over and over again. If you go to Soap Opera Network, which, by the way, we have never cited, referenced, or referred to Soap Opera Network before. So we're breaking records and milestones every day here. Errol Lewis is the esteemed author over at Soap Opera Network. The Price is Right and The Young and the Restless average more than 5 million daily viewers and delayed ratings. Okay, that's big news, but what I really want is another stat that's a little bit lower down here. It goes on to say, highlighted by game shows, The Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal, and soap operas, The Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful, CBS remains the most watched daytime network overall, averaging 3.83 million viewers. The Price is Right, by the way, is 5.38. 5.38 for The Price is Right. But CBS, at the end of 2024, was averaging 3.83 million viewers daytime. Okay? Now, these shows are not news shows. They're not under the purview of the FCC. They're also not susceptible to the ebbs and flows of politics, therefore, and because of that, I bet the viewership is about the same. So why did Disney classify The View as a news program? Well, let's go back and read it again. It ranked number 1 in viewers, basically 4 million, among the daytime talk shows and news programs. You see it yet? The reason it's classified as news, I believe, is because there are very few daytime news programs on network TV. There might only be one other. So in a race of 2, they're ahead. And then these press releases come out from ABC News claiming that The View is a big-time winner, when in fact, they're losing by double to The Price is Right. You see how the game is played? And because they decided to play that game, because they wanted to be number 1 in a subcategory that has no participants, basically, well, now they're under the purview of the FCC because they're a news program. Oh, this is so delicious. Oh, Disney. Oh, Disney. Why do you keep doing these things to yourselves? Let's go to Bill O'Reilly now. O'Reilly's put this out. We're going to play just a clip of it. The link to the video is in the description down below if you want to see the entire thing. Here's what Bill O'Reilly says about The View, and I think he's right. The reason that these crazy, zany ladies have to be cleared out from The View is because they've gone too far. There's already an FCC inquiry into Disney. They don't want. Disney and ABC, they don't want to be in CBS territory next. Here's what O'Reilly had to say.
What was that? 12 times, 14 times on The View? When Barbara Walters was running it? Won't see me on it now. No. And I know Whoopi Goldberg, get along with her fine. Send me flowers after one segment where I said, look, I don't think Whoopi Goldberg is a hater. Joy Behar is a hater. No doubt about it. And she's going, by the way. Not going to be around much longer. And this Navarro woman, she's going too. They're going to have to Disney's going to have to revamp that whole thing.
All right, that's all we'll play because we're going to stay a little safe on this, right? But I think O'Reilly's right. And the question becomes, what does O'Reilly know? O'Reilly's an insider. He's got contacts. He knows people. He's not just speaking off the cuff. He's not just blowing smoke. The View may be going away because it went too woke. It went too woke, and Disney tried to pull a trickarooski where it's labeled as a news program. And now this impromptu hiatus where they come out and say, hey, we're going on a hiatus. It's totally normal, but they act like it's not normal. Can we talk about this? Are we allowed to talk about this? Like, do you think they do that? Do you think The View, do you think the ladies of The View come on, or any other program comes on before they go on their Christmas break? I know they can't say the word Christmas. Their winter holiday, their solstice. Before they go on their Christmas break that they won't say Christmas. Do you think that they come out there and do that? And 2 days before Christmas break say, are we allowed to talk about the fact that we won't be on Christmas Day? No, they don't do that. You know why they don't do that? Because everybody knows they're going to take a hiatus for those kinds of holidays. And if they've always taken a hiatus in summer, and they have, why would they be freaked out this time? Because it's not the same. Because there's something different happening. Because Bob Iger stopped by The View a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago, and said, hey, ladies, you're going to cut out the TDS. And they said, hey, Bob, screw you, get out of here. And you don't tell Bob that. You don't tell the mousy messiah that. He might agree with you politically, but he really likes his yachts a lot. And don't cost the man a yacht. And if you do, your time is dwindling. And so is the situation for The View. Will it be completely eliminated? I don't think so.
Before we go on hiatus, we only have one more show after this. I'm allowed to say that, right?
Too late now.
So it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Before we go, I wanted to tell people that the tide is turning.
Will all the women be cut loose? I don't think so. But is it going to be reconfigured? And are they going to try to do something to keep it less biased so that the FCC will just look by them and keep going on? You bet. It's not worth it to lose millions and millions and millions of dollars for a program that is getting beat by double by The Price is Right. Plinko still reigns supreme. And no, Joy, you don't win a new car. All right, folks, that is the video for this Monday midday. What a joy to spend time with you. Thank you for spending time here on the channel. It really is the honor of a lifetime to get to spend time with you and to talk about these things and break it down. The reason we do it, by the way, is because entertainment and the news programs owned by these entertainment companies, they really do matter. Folks, click the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, just like Rod Rodney would have said so long ago, come on down. Join us for the Pro Show tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, as well as tomorrow at noon. We can't wait to see you real soon. Folks, have a great one. It's Monday. Hope your week is starting off well. Until we get to be together again, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Clickbait, fraud, drama queen. Ugh, I wish there was a channel that was 5 to 6 minute news reads without the drama, frauds, and clickbait that could accurately let me know the current news, providing my crucial context utilizing all the different That Park Place contributors and creators.
Well, stupid, there is. It's the That Park Place YouTube channel, which will be going live real soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you can really stick it to the algorithms.
You're joking.
Nope.